Well, the Albatross D.V from Wingnut Wings has a very simple strut structure, uh, which of course follows what the real plane had. Basically, cabane struts with a cross brace along the fuselage and two V struts. That's it. So it's not overly complicated, but it's always a little bit of an issue getting a V strut to balance. Uh, the fits after I scraped the paint were actually a little looser than I expected. Uh, had come to expect maybe I scraped off a little bit of plastic. But anyway, they are setting with Tamiya cement, not CA glue this time. I'm going to let those sort of get into maybe not a totally cured position, but somewhat hardened, because the big test will be flipping this over and seeing that, making sure I can secure it to the appropriate contact points on the top wing, which is waiting for the big test. I'm cautiously optimistic, but time will tell. So I flipped the top wing upside down, put it on a paper towel, and then gently lowered the Albatross with the cabane struts and the V struts attached to the fuselage and the lower wing. I fitted in the cabane struts first and put in a dab of the Tamiya extra thin cement around each contact point. There's a little bit of a smear there on that contact point, but I'll be able to clean that up. It won't, I don't think, be too noticeable, especially it's on the underside. You can see that I've got masking tape pulling away the various rigging lines to keep them clear of the contact points. Okay, I put a couple bottles of weight on the lower wing to make sure I've got tension. I'm just going to let this sit for quite a while to make sure it all cures before I flip it over. The last thing I want to do is have it separate. I may add some drop or two of this Starbond high performance CA glue. It's actually flexible, it's clear, and I think after letting this set for an hour or two minimum, let's say 2 hours, I'm going to put a dab of that in on each contact point and just let everything sit. Better safe than sorry. But right now things look lined up. Of course, it's upside down. But when I looked at it, yeah, from above, looks square to me. We shall see. After that all sits for the rest of the day, tomorrow, drum roll, rigging. Okay, that's it for now. Well, I'm doing my happy dance this afternoon because the top wing is on, it is secure, it is set, and as far as I can tell, things are pretty much in alignment. Removed all the masking tape, as you can see, from the rigging line, so I've let that drop down. And I think I'm going to call it a day. I will thread through the lines, through the contact points at the wing roots and over by the, what would that be, the apex of the V-strut on each side. And that will account for the majority of the rigging line. There are just a couple of control cables in the back. I do have to, so I'll do that tomorrow. Obviously, I still need to put the front piece on for the engine compartment and prop. Yes, I still have to paint the laminate pattern on the prop. What else? A couple more decals. An attachment point to that attachment doodad thingy to the radiator on the top wing, which I left off because I needed to have the plane resting on the top, top wing when I had it flipped over. Oh yeah, landing gear. How could I forget? Yeah, landing gear. It's all painted, but need to assemble it. That's usually the second to the last thing I put on. Prop will be the very last. So coming to a conclusion, more to follow.